Going to discover the crypto millionaire success stories. Like one of the most successful people into the crypto industry, and obviously, I'm talking about the people who went from rags to riches, people who became rich or probably made a significant fortune in their life with the crypto, starting from nothing. And the reason I'm covering this video is for all of you guys to see the pattern, to notice what exactly happened, like what are the sequence of the things common in them, so that we try to recognize such sort of opportunities for us in the future. Because not just the crypto, a lot of things coming up in the future, probably the NFTs, the metaverse, and everything else. So do watch the video completely till the end and watch through the patterns among the people who actually made significant sum of money in the crypto industry starting from nothing. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. That's what the goal of this channel is, to provide financial freedom to all our subscribers. These days, very much we are covering the crypto. In the future, we'll be covering the metaverse and everything related with money making opportunities. So let's jump on to the first story. And the first story is basically, as you can see, Javed Khan. He writes like he bought a Bentley. So Javed Khan's investment success began accident by in 2018 when Bitcoin's price was around $3,000. He was using Bitcoin just as a method to transfer the money because it was easier than using a bank. But whenever he left the Bitcoin sitting in his wallet, the price would go up. And that's when he saw the opportunity that this is a great investment opportunity. The prices are growing up. So whenever the Bitcoin price fell, and it was quite, we would buy more Bitcoin. When nobody is talking about the Bitcoin, that's what his thought process is that when nobody is talking about the Bitcoin, there's a headline, and that's the good time to buy. And he was not careful. He was careful not to extend himself, only investing money he could afford to lose. In 2020, he cashed in his profit and bought a Bentley. I sent a video. This is what he writes further. I sent a video from the showroom to my mom, and she cried. She was really proud. The point here, like one of his learnings, as we can see, when nobody's talking about the Bitcoin, when it is not actually making the big news or the headlines, that's when time to accumulate, because the time will be coming when it is going to go up. And when we say the Bitcoin, it applies to the entire crypto industry, entire crypto market. Why? Because everything else is dependent on the Bitcoin. Let's jump on to the second story. And similarly, like there are 10 stories, and quickly we'll jump on one story to the other so that eventually we can see if there are some common patterns within that can be helpful for us. The second story, I quit my job and left on a round world trip. Mr. Smith, the anonymous software engineer. Now, after finishing college in 2008, Mr. Smith, obviously it's not his real name, probably he did not reveal, began working at a typical large technology company in Silicon Valley. He got on well with his equally geeky colleagues. In 2010, he invested $3,000 with the price of Bitcoin only 15 cents at that time. That means he had almost 20,000 Bitcoins. I knew this is what he writes, I knew from the very start that I was playing the long game. I wanted to see how high it could go. Now, Mr. Smith had almost forgotten about his investment 3 years later when it popped up in the news. With the price rising by 10% or more every single day, he sold 2,000 coins when the price hit $350. Just try to do the maths. $350, 2,000, like $700,000. And when the price hit $800, just a few days later, it went $800 for the Bitcoin. He sold another 2,000 coins. He already netted like $2.3 million. Now, he quit his job, left on a round world trip. Today, he spends his time traveling the world in luxury. He flies first class to 5-star restaurants where he enjoys elite chef-prepared meals for every meal. In the 30 days before he was interviewed by the Forbes, he had visited Singapore, New York City, Las Vegas, Monaco, Moscow, back to New Zealand, Zurich, and Hong Kong. His net worth is likely somewhere between $100 million and $1 billion. Just imagine 20,000 Bitcoin at the time he bought for 15 cents. And even let's say half of the Bitcoins is left 10,000. Obviously, here are the numbers, $600 million or something. He's constantly talking about the Bitcoin. His girlfriend said if he starts talking about it, he'll never stop. Let's jump onto this third story. Now, Bitcoin helped me buy my house. Daniel Crocker, business owner. In 2012, Daniel Crocker was completing an apprenticeship at an IT company. every lunchtime he would chat with his colleagues about side hustles to make some extra money. When the topic of Bitcoin came, he decided to give it a shot and make a small investment. He then held these coins for 8 years. Just imagine, 8 long years he held the coins for, and the value grew and grew. And last year he sold some of enough for like half the deposit on his house. Obviously, I do not know how people have gone in deep, but I think I have been lucky. All right, so like the house and everything, the big investment he has been making with that. The fourth story: by dedicating my life to crypto assets and blockchain technology, I have made more money than I would ever expected to make in my entire lifetime. Now, Jeremy Gardner fell in love with Bitcoin when he realized that anyone in the world with an internet connection could send money to anyone else. Buying Bitcoin in 2013, he dove deeper into the technology and began giving more and more to the cryptocurrency industry. He founded the Blockchain Education Network, which is a non-profit educating people about the blockchain technology. He launched this decentralized prediction marketing, shared 3 story, and then all that thing. We have been told it's going to die so many times, and yet here it is, stronger than ever. I think there's certainly, obviously, I mean, everyone has their own success stories. This guy, like anyone entering into Bitcoin in 2013, we all know, like, I mean, once you get into Bitcoin and the crypto, you never get back out, and definitely you can make a life-changing money with that amount of time. Here's the fifth story. It's part of my pension plan. Heather Delaney, business professional. I put in £5 in the very beginning, and I've built it slowly and steadily over time. She's planning to continue adding to her investment, as Heather is part of the growing cohort who are purchasing Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of their retirement plan. While the ultimate success of her investment will be judged at the time she retires, she's already up 500%. And as a Bitcoin long-term investment, the rapid price changes don't phase her. All right. So this is a normal kind of a success story. All right, here we go again. In 2011 or so, I cashed out 2 to 4 Bitcoins for a McDonald's meal. So basically this guy bought like 2 to 4 Bitcoins, a McDonald's meal in 2011. Definitely he must be regretting, unless he already has a significant left. So born in South Australia, Kane Ellis has always been interested in technology. At 18, he launched technology consulting company Nerd Herd. Then he went on to launch the car swap app. Still, his best investment was to begin mining Bitcoin back in 2010, when a single coin cost $1.6. He only made one mistake. He sold 2 to 4 Bitcoins to buy a McDonald's meal. Obviously 2 to 4 Bitcoins, as we all know, it's like $200,000 right now. In today's terms, that like obviously 6 figures, as we all know. Luckily, that was a small portion of his holding. So a few years later, he again sold a small portion of his holding to indulge himself. But this time, a small portion got him a $200,000 Maserati. Obviously, so many success stories when people put their gut feeling, their speculation, and kept onto something which might have grown really high, and then waited patiently for it. Definitely that rewarded. Now again, like 7th story, that is, he can't wipe the smile off his face. Terry Proud, retiree. In mid 2017, when Bitcoin's price was around $3,000, retiree sold a portion of his superannuation investments to buy the cryptocurrency. Terry is part of a growing number of Australians who are investing in cryptocurrencies through self-managed. When he was interviewed by 9 News, he said he can't wipe the smile off his face. Wow. Now, if you don't understand crypto and refuse to learn, it's going to be a tough century for you. Just imagine, this guy is saying it'll be a tough century for you. So entire century is going to be gripped by cryptocurrency. That's what he believes in. Now, in 2012, Suzu and his friend from high school, Kyle Davis, launched 3 Arrows Capital from the kitchen table in their apartment. Taking experience from their previous roles as traders for Credit Suisse, they quickly began making a profit. While at one point they had contacted everyone they knew for an emergency loan, they quickly paid back the money and have now grown into one of the largest cryptocurrency trading funds in the world. They now also run Defiance Capital, which invests in the decentralized finance business that they expect to eat traditional finance over the next decade. Their firm's logo was even featured an illustration on the front cover of Fortune magazines. Today, they are best friends with young kids' cryptocurrency portfolio worth billions of dollars. Just imagine, guys, billions of dollars. And there are multiple Lambos sitting out, obviously, without a doubt. Now let's jump onto the 9th story. It's paid for a holiday in Iceland. All right, so this is like a Small success story, like not a big one. In 2017, James was nervous about putting his money into Bitcoin. Luckily, he bit the bullet and purchased around $500, 500 pounds. As the value quickly increased by 500%, he cashed in his gains for 2,500 pounds. James took his profits to Iceland, where he had a great holiday. He noted that while Iceland is lovely, it's expensive. So he was glad to have the extra cash. Thankfully, he bought back again after the price dropped in 2018. That's amazing. All right, again we have the 2009 story. So probably this is the last one. Says that I should be allowed to buy things that I want. In 2009, Norwegian student Christopher was writing his master thesis on encryption technology when he read Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper on Bitcoin. The insights from his study helped him see the impact his new cryptographic technology could have. He spent $26.6 to buy Bitcoin. That doesn't sound like much, but given the Bitcoin was so new at the time, it gave him an incredible 5,000 Bitcoin. Just imagine, guys. He got 5,000 Bitcoins for $26 only. Although it was $26, his partner was skeptical about spending real money on fake money. Fast forward to 2013, Christopher saw Bitcoin in the news. He did a quick calculation, realized he was close to being a millionaire. He sold 1,000 of his Bitcoin and bought an apartment. If he still holds 4,000, he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. That's pretty cool. So regardless, his girlfriend must have said, I should be allowed to buy things I want. Anyways, guys, so these stories, the reason I was covering these stories so that the people watching this particular video, I mean, they should be able to see some of the patterns within. One of the common patterns that I happen to see is that all these people had the patience. All these people had this gut feeling thing, like they discovered the opportunity, and definitely it is not just like they were skeptical about the thing. It is not spending all your money, all your life savings, but investing a portion of it and just waiting off. Probably it might grow to something big. Like right now we are able to see all that, but just imagine like being back in 2009, 2010, somebody doing that and then having the patience to hold on for a dear life for a long period of time, and then obviously investing your real money for something which may not amount to anything. I mean, that is a pattern that actually changed their life. So why not, guys? Like why not we guys can, I mean, any of us watching this video, definitely cryptocurrency is definitely all in kind of a scenario, but at the same time, it is not the only thing. New technologies, new disruptive technologies are going to come in the future. We need to keep an eye on that. Definitely metaverse is one of them, which is going to grow like crazy. So be ahead of the race. And that's when like probably the life-changing gains can be made. When everyone gets into it, probably let's say within the stock market, everyone is into it. Like the whole world knows about it, everyone is into it. So right now, within the stock market, in a short period of time, life-changing gains cannot be made. But definitely a lot of like cryptocurrencies, life-changing, I mean, like a strong fundamental cryptocurrency still can provide us life-changing gain. At the same time, the new disruptive technologies can provide the life-changing gains. So we need to be lookout onto that and be patient with the volatility in the market. So again, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do ensure that you hit the subscribe button, because we guys, that's what the goal of this channel is, to provide you the financial freedom. That's what the ultimate goal is. We are very much covering the crypto these days. In the future, we'll be covering the metaverse and all the opportunities of making money online and offline. Ensure that you hit the subscribe button. Comment down below for any of the stories that you know about, you would like to share about. We'll all want to hear that, and I would personally want to read that. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.